So this is your view out your front window.
Yes, it is. And this is from our bedroom window.
When you got here, it was a concrete pond or liner pond?
Well, it was a liner pond is what we thought. We didn't know that there was concrete, so we poured out 2 liners that were on top.
Oh my gosh. So they put concrete down, 1 liner, that didn't work. They put another liner and it was still leaking.
Still leaking.
The only problems I've had is the bears tried to tear up my doser. And they tried to do it again.
Welcome to Living the Aquascape Lifestyle. So is this a bridge you had to carry everything over?
That one over there.
Okay, another bridge over here.
And then we had to use the neighbor's property here to back up our dump trailer to get, we had to bring one piece of equipment in to break out the concrete. So we had to get the biggest small excavator we could to get between the trees and lay down plywood across the grass to get up over here.
Okay, but we got a pond this one, huh?
This is a pond, yep.
What's the story here? How old?
This is 2 years old.
Okay. So no bears or bears?
There's absolutely bears out here.
Okay.
That's part of the reason we got the pond. We updated it. For
Wildlife. And how did you find Chris?
I don't even remember.
Google, we'll find
Maybe
more, right?
I did something like that.
Well, I heard they had to bring everything across this bridge here.
Well, partly, and then they borrowed my neighbor's driveway, and you're here. I called Chris because there was a pond here when I first bought it.
Okay. I'm assuming it didn't look like this.
No, not even close.
Okay. And are you happy with it?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I go around and I film people to showcase it so other people could see how they live the aquascape lifestyle. So if I asked you, Rob, how you live the aquascape lifestyle, how would you compare for your own family how you live the aquascape lifestyle?
I will, number one is we use it for our family. We wanted to keep it as natural as possible, something that was safe for not just us, but for the wildlife. And then maybe as important or more important, as Chris and I talked about, that it was maintenance free.
Okay.
I could not have to do all the stuff I did to the old pond just to keep it running.
How, compare and contrast the old pond versus this one.
Night and day. To me, I have a few things to do. I've got to replace the bag for the doser.
The auto doser that adds bacteria. Mm-hmm.
Little things like that, but short of that.
Empty the skimmer.
I do that whenever it needs it.
So you got the auto doser, the auto fill, empty the bag, change the doser once a month, and then once a year you guys come and do a clean out.
Yeah, that's about what we do.
And you said this is your family time. I see you have your outdoor seating area over here.
We do, plus the deck up there.
And you said, what a beautiful vista, so you get to see the wildlife come out here.
Absolutely. The only problems I've had is the bears tried to tear up my doser. And they tried to do it again.
That is so interesting. Like, why would a bear want bacteria? I don't know.
It was a cub.
Oh, just
grabbed it, saw the light, I think.
so. Well, that's kind of cool, though.
I ran them off. The mama, I think I told you this the other day. Yeah, the mama stood her ground, so I wasn't able to. I wasn't coming down here to shoo them away.
Oh, that's great. Explain what you did here. When you got here, it was a concrete pond or liner pond?
Well, it was a liner pond is what we thought. We didn't know that there was concrete, so we poured out 2 liners that were on top.
Oh my gosh. So they put concrete down, 1 liner, that didn't work. They put another liner and it was still leaking.
Still leaking. It's real shallow, and the grade of the land, the water, all the shelves followed the grade.
Okay.
The water level. So you had this shelf out of the water and that shelf, you know, way below water level, or vice versa.
And so this gentleman, Rob, bought the house and the pond was here.
Yeah.
And that's what he said, either make it work or rip it out. And you've obviously figured out a way to make it work.
Yeah, so we came up with this and said, let's sit down, let's do this. And he said, okay, let's go.
What percentage of your work is fixing existing poorly built ponds versus just new water features?
We're probably about 80 to 90%.
Isn't that amazing? So many people have bad experiences with water features because the pond is not built correctly. It's always less expensive to do something right the first time, and that's why we have certified aquascape counters that have been trained in the aquascape methodology of building ecosystem ponds that work with Mother Nature and not against her. So is this the ritual? Come out here to feed them?
About 2-3 times a day. So yeah, that's all I do.
So on this feature here, originally it was a concrete pond with 2 liners on top of it. So we tore that all out. We had to bring up an excavator from down that way, bring it all the way up so that we could bust out the concrete and then haul off the concrete out that way. We didn't want to tie up the neighbor's driveway for too long. So we did have to bring everything across the bridge here, this walkway over here, and bring it in by hand. So we brought all the boulders in. It's just too big of a water feature to do too small of rock on it to make it look natural. So it had originally an inline pump that was part of the original pond over here by the stump. It was noisy. That was one of the problems, and it quit working. And so that's one of the reasons he had us come out, was actually look at that pump. It had a lot of problems, had a lot of leaks and a lot of problems. So we ended up rebuilding it for him, and now it's nice and quiet. It's got a submersible pump inside the skimmer right over there. Now they seem to enjoy it very much.
This is a very impromptu and interruption to your video. Brian Helfrich and myself are excited to announce the Aquascape Hands-On Academy. And this is the hands-on area right here. This was originally created for the Sandbox Studio for the Aquascape Artists of the Year, but it's going to be turned into a training academy for all people that want to be contractors to come and learn with our crew.
You're going to see Chris, our crew, and how they build a one-day pond, and we're going to show you how to do it in 4 hours.
We're going to have bleachers over here. People are going to be able to get inside, get their hands dirty. Besides the 11 by 16 or 8 by 11, whatever we decide to do for the one-day pond, we're also going to put in fountainscapes and a pondless waterfall. Come to the Aquascape Hands-On Training Academy this winter and work with us in a sandbox, actually getting your hands dirty and learning how to have a career with water features.
Don't you want to tell them about the other day? It's 2 days.
The classroom day. One day is going to be hands-on in the sandbox. The other day is going to be how to actually run a water feature business. Everything you need to know, 30 years of experience, 26 years at the helm, building water features, designing water features, selling water features, marketing water features, promoting water features, everything to do with running a water feature business.
You said a lot in a short amount of time.
We're going to have a lot in 2 days. Register, check out the link below. And now, back to the vlog. A cool house. And I can already tell that there's a water feature there by the berm. So Chris, we're in Cherry Hills.
Yes.
Cherry Hills, Colorado. We are with Chris from Serenity Falls, and you said there's 2 pondless waterfalls here?
Ponds, yeah.
Is one in the front yard, one in the back?
No, they're both in the front yard here, facing the house. So
Because of the busy road that they're off of. They wanted to block the sound.
a lot of traffic, and so yeah, we wanted to kind of block out that noise and have something enjoyable to listen to instead of traffic.
Okay. I love how that is framed up there. Hello. I came up and I couldn't help but notice this beautiful waterfalls that you have here.
We have enjoyed it immensely.
This is nice. I'm the pond guy, Greg.
Hi, I've heard lots about you, Janie Hutchison.
Hi, Janie. How long have you lived out here?
52 years.
Oh my goodness. So I was 1 year before I was born, you bought this house.
Yes, it was a different house, but same location.
So this is your view out your front window.
Yes, it is. And this is from our bedroom window.
Chris told me there was 2 water features here, and I said there's one in the front yard and one in the back.
Yeah,
So
it's really to the side and pretty much attached.
So you wanted one right outside the front window, and then you wanted one more facing the bedroom window for at night when you have the sound, or?
Yes.
I love this lady.
This helps a lot with the noise.
Yeah.
And we really enjoy it just because it's beautiful.
I love to hear that. I would imagine that there's not a person that comes to your front door that doesn't notice this.
Yes, we sit out here often.
Chris, why don't you show us what you built over here and explain everything?
So we did just a pondless waterfall over here, style and stone waterfall, pondless waterfall. When we got here, this was all grass. So we came in here, we built the berm, we did the boulder work around it to retain everything so that we could get as much height, get as much dramatic falls out of it, and get the most noise out of everything.
Did you put them in at the same time or at different times?
So same time, built on the same time. It was about 3 years ago.
Is there a bedroom up there?
From up here, yep. And then we got the entryway. And that way we bounce off the house.
And then what about this one?
So this one just was a little bit higher, and we got a little bit more of that kind of the stream bed, a little more of a cave back into the stream so we can get that echoing effect as much as we could out of it.
Yes.
As well. Get as much noise out of it as we could, you know, real dramatic in a smaller area.
Perfect. You can tell a lot by a person by their shoes. I dig this woman.
These are real big shoes, but make you feel happy.
We're gonna meet her 111-pound Bernedoodle.
This is Churchill. This is Winston.
Winston and Churchill.
Yes.
Nah, British royalty. Hey guys.
Husband's a Churchill expert.
Hey. Oh, it's okay. Aw. How do they get along?
Pretty well. This one is a pest, and if he gets too pesty, then he growls at him. And
Aw. They're so, like, reserved. Like Winston Churchill. I will never give up. How you doing, Churchill?
no, Churchill, stay back. Stay back, buddy.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Winston. Yeah, you're cute.
They're real friendly with Dennis. He knows how to control them, so
he knows. Like I said, this never gets old. And what I love about this lady is she loved her waterfall so much right outside her front door, she put one outside her bedroom window to block that sound. It's crazy to think that that busy road out there used to be a gravel road, but when you live in a house for 52 years, that's a lot of change that happens in the area. Hey, if you guys love this stuff, like, comment, and subscribe to these vlogs so more people can learn what living the aquascape lifestyle is all about. I love my job.